thank you.
Yeah. Before moving to France and joining RC Toulon, what was the thing that excited you most, and on the other end, that actually made you feel nervous about France?
I think obviously the thing that makes you feel nervous is probably the language barrier. Coming into France when you don't speak, I could say bonjour, au revoir, and that was about it. You obviously need to learn very fast and pick up the language quickly, which with the help of the club and teaching the things and the players was easy enough to do. But I think at first that's probably quite daunting about moving to France. Secondly, the culture is different, which is great, which was something that excited me again about moving to France, was just how different the culture is, the way of life, the way that people think and do things in France is naturally different to the UK. Neither's right nor wrong, or they're just different, and it's great to experience those different cultures and learn how people live and act, and it makes you better as a person, being able to sort of integrate into a different environment.
Thank you, Ben. And so you've been living in France for 2 years now.
Yeah.
How do you feel about your life in France now after 2 years settling in Toulon?
Yeah, I really enjoy my life in France. Like I said, I think it has a great pace to life here, and people are very nice, especially down here in the south. I was at a club in London before, and living in London where it's very fast paced and everybody's always moving and doing, and it's nice to come here, and it's a slightly more relaxed when you walk away and leave the club, and the pace of life here is slightly different. I think that has a really nice balance to it.
What do you think if I tell you that the UK and France make a complementary couple?
France and UK have obviously had a big history for a long period of time, and it's been great the way that people have helped me to settle into life here. So I guess you can argue that the way that they've worked obviously to get visas and so on, and the clubs, the way that they've worked with the governments to help me to move here and to live here and to settle in quickly was fantastic. So yeah, I guess from that respect, they must work pretty well to be able to do that so fast.
At the beginning of last season, if I'm not mistaken, there were a total of 32 players from the UK and Ireland. This was the first foreign contingent in top 14. Are you guys in contact with one another? Do you have a WhatsApp group? I mean, do you network amongst, with the other UK or Irish players?
Probably not enough as we should, but obviously having played against or with a lot of the players at other clubs, naturally whenever you play that team, or they come to you or you go to them, you catch up for a coffee, or after the game have a beer or something in the change room and stay connected that way. And I have the beauty of there's quite a few Scottish players now playing in the top 14, so yeah, it's a great experience for us.
You are accomplishing a fantastic career, but are you starting to think about it, and would business be an option for you in the future when you stop your career?
I've started working with a company in Scotland called Against Grain Whisky, who whisky producers across the UK, and also they're looking at moving into France and Italy and also Europe. So I've been looking at working with them to help them to move into French markets and to gain some relationships here in France, which is great. So for me, I've enjoyed doing a bit of business, and like you say, you have to sort of it's not your main focus or your main driving force, but having it on a back burner in a side pocket is a good thing to help balance your life, and also just to take your mind off rugby at times.
And what is the thing you think that rugby taught you or will teach you to be successful in business?
I think firstly, from a habits perspective, it forces you to work hard and to put your mind to things, and you have to work hard daily, weekly, monthly to allow yourself to grow as a player and to play well. And secondly, the way that you do things like this is not something that's normal for a lot of people. So having the ability to think and to talk in front of large groups of people or in pressure scenarios is really helpful when you transition from rugby into business, and to be able to hold yourself and be comfortable talking in a large room about a topic is something that will hold you in good stead going into the next career.
A question on business. Business now, seems to be like a very important part of sport, and sport to some extent looks like a business. Do you think rugby is different?
No, I mean rugby is still a business. It's on our job, I guess, in one regard. We play well, we put on a good performance, the product's strong, and then more fans come, people pay more for tickets, they spend more at games, TV rights are bigger, and the business grows in that way. And when each team's doing that, the league grows and everyone becomes more successful as a whole. So of course rugby is a business. The people who own these clubs are incredible businessmen in their own right themselves. So yeah, they're all running businesses with different avenues and different ways of monetarising the game, and ultimately we wouldn't be here playing professional rugby if it wasn't for people at the top who own who own the clubs and run the leagues, who are strong businessmen, who are very intellectual. They allow us to play each week and to be paid for something that we love doing.
What is your main ambition with RC Toulon this year?
You know, the goal is to win the Brennus and to win Europe, and that's the level of expectation here from the players, the coaches, the fans, and everyone around the city is to be at that top level of both competitions. So it's a great, you know, privilege to have that sort of level of expectation, and that's the same every year, and that's the level. So it's great to be a part of an environment that is driving for that level of success every year.
Would you have any message for young girls, young boys and their parents to encourage them playing rugby?
I think that rugby is a great sport. I think it gives you great values in life that you can take throughout your life at whatever level you play at. Rugby is a fantastic sport for the camaraderie, for the enjoyment of the game, and I think you have this level of physicality during the match, but also respect afterwards, and that's something that's never died with rugby and will always stay as a core value. So it can really help you throughout your life in many different facets. So I think rugby to be involved in is a great sport at whatever level you play. So just go and give it a try and enjoy playing.
The Franco British Chamber of Commerce exists for 150 years. It's been connecting businesses across both sides of the channel. What do you think of it, and how helpful do you believe that kind of networks are for businesses and people?
Well, I think especially after Brexit, it's a huge asset to having that ability to connect and to control the two countries, to combine, to be more efficient together and be profitable together is a really important thing. So having the chamber, as you say, to do that and to guide businesses to work together and to be profitable across borders is fantastic for everyone involved.
Thank you, Ben.
No
a word in French to finish?
Merci pour ton foi.
Merci à toi.
C'est après-midi. Merci.
Merci.